What up? What up? What up? What up? You already know what it is. You have just entered the war zone. It is going down in the war zone. We are truly living in a war zone. God has been protecting us through all of the war and carnage that has been going on all outside of America. We have been very, very fortunate. And there are many, many groups of people who wish to see America fall to her knees. We have many people who have designed plans to step into America and bring merits America to her demise for the world to see. We have many, many people plotting on America. You have white America and you have black America. And both sides are very, very, very horrified on what is transpiring right before their very eyes. We have a system of people who have decided to infiltrate America in all walks of political power, prestige, as well as profile status. W America is now on a rampage. I want to play a video and I want to give you a look about on how W America is now feeling about the Islamic movement, the Islamification into America.
Against these Islamic invaders, these jihadis will have to go. Christians in America, you need to stand up before your daughters are raped in the streets like the animals that they think we are. They call us kafirs. They hate us, and they want to destroy white people in Christian America. We will not allow it to happen. Dearborn, Michigan, 3 p.m. today, Schaefer Road and Michigan Avenue, a peaceful march standing strong against the jihadi Muslims. God bless America.
Now, I originally saw that video and I saw the sign that he was holding, and I was like, I agree with that statement.
Now, you just heard that promo that went out to a certain demographic in America, and these organizations are now looking to band together and come in the name of saving America. Okay? They are coming in the name of saving America in the form of protest. The warfare escalation scale has went up a big notch. This is a big notch. We have never seen Americans run into the streets and outright loudly protest against Muslims. We've never seen that. We've seen protest against black Muslims here in America, but that was very, very different. It wasn't protest like this. It wasn't protest calling all cars. There, W America is calling all cars. Let's hear what he has to say, because I'm telling you, man, it's the escalation scale is going up and up and up. And in warfare, this is what happens. It's an escalation scale. It's not just bam, everything went right to 10. It doesn't work like that. It's an escalation scale. Let me show you what's going on in your world, just in case you didn't know.
I think Muhammad is a pedophile. You guys have heard me state that numerous times. Hell, I've even said it during debates, one famously with Max Blumenthal, where he actually brought it up. And I was like, well, Max, what do you call somebody that has sex with a 9-year-old girl? I like to call them pedophile. I don't know if you have another word for it, but that's absolutely what I end up calling them. Then I sort of look a little bit deeper into signs. And this is where I was like, we'll see what's going on here. Deport all Muslims, ban Sharia law. That one I can definitely get behind. Lots of other things that he's got going on. So we're going to go over and we're going to take a look at the protest. I see somebody saying he is a groiper. Yeah, I'm glad you guys brought that up. And just go ahead and to put this up on the screen, so bring you guys up to like kind of what's taking place right now. This video just came out a little bit ago from Front the Lines, claiming that Mr. Lang was being escorted by the police and they were trying to get him over inside of a government building over there inside of Dearborn, Michigan. Now, the police have been standing around watching Muslims and, no kidding, like Trantifa folks probably, that were assaulting people all day long, that were there protesting. And that's neither here nor there. Now, that other gentleman in the back with that gray beard, you guys are going to see him in a minute. He is also, how do I want to say this? He is also running for political office over there. So that's what's going on. Now, let's go back over and show you guys how this day kind of begun and what ended up, starting to lead this entire deal. They actually went over and started a march, did several other things. When Lang arrived on scene, this was kind of like one of the first things he did that I can find, which was going over to Anthony Hudson's bus, who's running for Congress over inside Michigan. He decided to spray paint "cuck" on the side of his bus.
Here,
yeah, Cam did get assaulted. Cam got pepper sprayed. I've got that coming up in a little bit.
The American Crusaders begun!
We got no room for traitors. We got no room for cowards. We got no room for traitors. This is America first.
I'm telling you right now. These infiltrators, these people who have entered America, are really about to feel the wrath of the American spirit. I'm telling you, man. I'm not sure. I mean, listen, man. The W boys, the white boys, when it's time to turn up, man. The black boys. Hey, man. Let's see how this go. Let's see how this is gonna play out. Let's go.
This is America only.
White men who turn against their own. Anthony Hudson, you're a weak, spineless coward.
Weak and spineless.
Cuckold.
We got no place for that where we're going.
Men need to stand together against Islam. There can be no weakness in this country.
Graybeard, I feel you, brother.
Immediately. We will be turned immediately, like London, into a cesspool of infested migrants. Our country, our very way of life is at stake right now, America. It's time to stand up. There can be no room. There can be no room for Sharia law. Islamification of America ends today. Our country is worth fighting for. Europe is worth fighting for. White Western civilization is worth dying for. Our country is this close. We have Zoran Mandami. We have Muslims taking over every major city. They're outbreeding our women 4-to-1. Can you believe that? Just in 1970 in Minneapolis, it was 95% white. You ask Grok, the next 1,000 births in Minneapolis, only 42% will be white. In one generation, the white race completely wiped out.
Telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, it's about to be really, really on. I'm telling you right now. I don't know if this guy's a groiper. I don't know if he is down with Nick Fuentes' crew, but if he is, and the podcaster did not oppose that, if he is a groiper, I mean, I'm telling you, listen, bro, the groipers and TPUSA, they are at it with one another right now. But I'm telling you right now, they are at it on a few different subjects. But this subject right here, I'm telling you, they are going to unite. White W America is going to unite, even though they are just going through it right now. Black America is going to unite, and it's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, the escalation scale just went up a peg. It just went up. It just went up. The guy Tom, if I said that right, said looking like it's just us. Facts. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. The guy. Oh, thank you kindly. I appreciate that. Thank you kindly, brother. Um, brother, it's not looking good, man. They are attacking on all cylinders right now. And when I say they, I mean people and organizations who are not who does not have the best interest of our goals or aspirations at heart. And when I say our, I'm talking about our FBA family, okay? As well as of the other American families, as well as the Christian faith. Now, if you are not a Christian believer, I can guarantee you this: one of your grandparents are, or you have a cousin, or you have a sister and brother that are very, very much into Christianity. But this is the thing. See, Christians that get into office, they do not push these ideologies on the people. Now, you're about to hear, by the end of this video, you're about to hear what's truly going on in detail on how we are basically being purged and attacked right now and breached. So let's check this out.
This is a stand for our country, for our posterity.
So that's the second time you ended up bringing.
Over every major city, they're outbreeding our women 4-to-1. Can you believe that? Just in 1970 in Minneapolis, it was 95% white. You ask Brock, the next 1,000 births in Minneapolis, only 42% will be white. In one generation, the white race completely wiped out. This is a stand for our country, for our posterity.
So that's the second time you ended up bringing up the white race. And I'm just going to say this. I understand kind of how this guy feels. I do feel like America is getting taken over by Islam. And we do have a very serious problem here in our country with Islam taking it over. Dearborn is a prime example of that. However, once you start bringing up race and throwing that into the mix, that's where him and I are going to start to differ a little bit on it. Is it a serious issue? Yeah, it is. Do I think that the face of the movement needs to be a guy spray painting cuck on the side of a bus? Not so much.
Our founding fathers guaranteed us a right to life and liberty for our posterity, for our people. Today, we mark America a Christian country. Today, we mark America
he's not
European Western civilization.
Yeah, and to be clear, like we are, like, you know, if you want to bring it up as like a white population, we as a white population, for sure, you're being outbred. Like white people inside of America, you guys just don't want to get married. You don't want to have families. You don't want to have kids. Like people just don't want to do that over here. But you guys understand that if that is important to you, something that's important to you, that's on you to change your way of life. Mr. Lang over here isn't going to be taking care of that problem, nor does spray painting the side of a bus solve that either. I'm just throwing that out there. I see in the comment section, Mary Dean, Matt, the Saudi prince was at the White House today. Yeah, I found that kind of odd that the Saudi prince was at the White House while the U.S. government was going over the Epstein files and voted to release them. Thank God we have that going on.
That the Muslims have no part in. Go home. We don't want you here. We never wanted you here. The NGOs and the establishment that funneled you in here, they discussed all of us. It's America first, and it's America only. Okay? Our country was made for our people. There are 53 majority Muslim countries. Go back to one of those countries. Institute your oppression, your pedophilia on children at one of those countries. We don't want these type of men here standing beside us. Anthony Hudson, you are not welcome here. This is our country. And the people who are willing to stand for what is right, what is true, and what is just will lead the way. We will be leading this march today. Anthony Hudson, go make your salat, go do your wudu washing of your feet, and go bow down somewhere else. We don't want mosques here. They're military outposts. There's no such thing as the Islamic religion. It is.
It's too funny. He's carrying the cross right here. This is too funny. He ain't playing around, bro. He ain't playing around. He waking up. He's waking up the Catholics. He's waking up the Christians right now. You hold that, man. Hold up. Let's go. Let's go.
Military outpost, a circumventing political movement to destroy America. They are here to take over our country. They're not here to worship some pedophile cave-dwelling rapist named Muhammad. They are here to take over our country. Do not make amends. Do not make any type of compromise with evil. The Bible tells us very clearly, what fellowship does light have with darkness? How can a sinner and a righteous person sit at the same table and eat? They cannot. We cannot have Islamic jihadists playing their prayer call over our children while they're trying to walk to school. They're being indoctrinated. They're being taught how to pray. Look at Australia. Look at London. Look at Rome. These look like third world shitholes. These are the bastions of white Western civilization that have been taken over in just a half a generation. We will stand strong. I thank.
Yeah, I'm glad that some of you guys, I can see it over inside the comment section, are saying this is not a Christian act. This is not how Christians are supposed to behave. You can't quote one portion of the Bible while ignoring other portions of the Bible. That's not how you're supposed to bring the gospel to people either. But I just want to get that in full transparency out the way. I decided to play that pretty much in its entirety so that you guys can see it before, I started to go over that. Now, here's Lang exiting the bus of the political opponent as he gets off to go over and burn a Quran. Believe me, we're starting to get into it.
They want to pepper spray our people. So they want to pepper spray our people. We'll show them what's up. Muhammad was a pedophile and a rapist.
I'm telling you right now. It is about to be on and cracking. I'm telling you right now, it is about to be on and cracking. Listen, the escalation scale has just went up immensely. It has just went up. Ramped up for real. It's ramped up. Let's go. You're in the war zone. Let's go.
We got another Quran. I'll go get a different one.
We go. Guys. Let me talk to you.
Said let me get another one. He said we got another Quran.
So I want to ask a question up over in the chat as I go to play this next video, and then I'm going to make my point. How many of you think he should have been allowed to burn the Quran? I'm just very curious. Let him or stop him. I'm just curious. Like I'm just curious over here in the poll, like where you guys are going to come at, like as like we're talking about him going up and burning the Quran. And there's a reason I'm asking you guys this question, because afterwards I'm going to end up presenting you with one. Miraculously, when as first as I throw it up, I see like 94%, like 97. You guys are all voting like let him burn the Quran. Devil, you don't know, coming in gifting out 5 Speak the Truth membership. So far, we got 200 votes that already came in, and 92% of you guys are saying let him. So my question to you is, if someone went to go burn the American flag, would you have said let him or stop him? And I'm not saying that I agree with either of these two acts or that I disagree with either of these two acts. I'm just simply presenting a question for you. And I see people saying they burn the flag. Well, most of you guys would be upset and be demanding that that man go over and like rip that flag out, right? And so what I'm trying to bring to your attention is, if this is how these things are starting, right? When we go out there and we're doing these things and this is the face of it, how do we think that it's going to end up turning out? If they can burn the flag, others can burn a book. I agree with you. So from a First Amendment perspective, absolutely, I say the man should have been allowed to burn the Quran. Fox McCloud says, when you label your movement as whites only movement, you start alienating people who could have been your allies, and you destroy the credibility of any movement you take part in. 1000%, bro. And that's where we end up like getting into it. Now I see people saying like it's all fair. Yeah. So again, from a First Amendment perspective, yeah, burn that sucker, right? I think you should have been allowed to burn it from a First Amendment perspective. And the flag is a symbol of our country, but the Quran is also a symbol of their religion. Ipso facto, it all falls underneath First Amendment as far as the country is concerned right now. I say, yeah, they both should be allowed to freaking burn both of them underneath the First Amendment.
That's pretty tough right there. Pretty tough decision, right? Well, you know, the spiritual people are not like, you know, that's totally taboo. You know, no one wants to burn a religious book, you know, of any kind, right? Nobody, you know, as far as that's wrapped up in the spiritual world, really wants to do that. However, the the Quran is basically a flag of their respective countries, right? Because the Quran is basically written into their constitution, right? Opposed to our constitution, which is separate from church, right? State is separate from church according to our constitution. So, you know, that's a pretty tough one. But I'll tell you this: the side of America that has not been shown to the public is about to wake up right now. I'm telling you. The side that the public really does not know about America like that. Because we have the power of media, we have the power of perception, propaganda. We can show what we want you to show. We can show what it is that we want to show you, and that's what America does. However, once you have came into the cave of America, now you are about to see all of the swamp people and the swamp thinkers that you have been shielded from, the people and the energy and spirit that you have not known about, that you were not privy to. Now you are about to witness this, because the rebels on both sides of white America and black America are now waking up to what is going on. A lot of people have not been up to date on what has been going on politically. And we must ask these questions. We have just had 48 mosques erected in Texas within the last 2 years. And you must ask yourself, are these mosques military bases, right? Are these mosques that are being put all around America, are they actually military bases? Make sure you, if you don't mind, smack that like button, drop a comment. Let's go.
Amendment, but from a religious perspective, not so much. So let's see what ended up turning out. I want you guys to keep your eye on this dude right here inside of the red hat. That's Mr. Lang right here, Americans Against Islamification. And this guy in the red hat's about to run over and slap him or punch him right in the freaking face.
I'm gonna check out.
It's on. It's on, y'all.
I don't know. I mean, I was punched harder by Capitol Police Officer lady, so
Dude said I was punched harder by Capitol Police. Hey, listen, yeah, I think Fox McCloud nailed it. He said if you want to use or lose elections, you need to follow this dude, and that's why I'm bringing this up as we go into this. Like, yeah, do I agree with a lot of the things that he's saying? Absolutely. You know, I do think that there is a huge violent takeover inside of our country. For those of you guys that didn't know, Muslim Brotherhood just got designated a freaking terror organization over inside of the state of Texas today. That went down. Good old wheels. Governor Abbot ended up declaring the Muslim Brotherhood. So we're on our way over here, and there's new legislation that got proposed today up over in the House in order to get rid of the Muslim Brotherhood here in the United States by designating them a foreign terror organization as well. So things are definitely moving in that direction, and I do agree with a lot of the things that he's saying, but there's some of the stuff that I'm sorry, it's just I can't get behind it, man.
really hard. Really, really hard right here. But it's okay. All American, baby. Get that motherfucker! All American,
Yeah, I see somebody saying, hey, look, there's going to be a flashpoint somewhere as we pause it on this dude getting freaking clocked right in the face. Yeah, there is going to be a flashpoint. And I think that we're either going to see that flashpoint either number one here inside of Dearborn. I don't think this is going to go away. Or number two, over inside of Charlotte, North Carolina, with all of the increased presence. Also, Tom Homan ended up announcing.
I could tell you right now. We've seen this. We know we didn't see this type of escalation, but we know how Americans react to certain instances or certain matters that erupt out of nowhere, that abruptly just come about. These people who are marching in the street, who you have just seen, okay, it was Americans Against Islam. I'm telling you, it's about to spread like wildfire. America is about to fight back. America's going to have to fight back. If America don't fight back, America is in a world of trouble. America is in a world of trouble. Now, over in Texas, the governor has just made the Muslim Brotherhood and another Muslim organization, he has just declared them to be terrorists. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on with that, because it is spreading like wildfire.
CARE's national chapter has sent a strongly worded letter to the governor rejecting his decision to label the group as a terrorist organization.
Abbott says the designation is justified, but CARE says the move is unsupported and unlawful.
Chapter has sent a strongly worded letter to the governor rejecting his decision to label the group as a terrorist organization.
Abbott says the designation is justified, but CARE says the move is unsupported and unlawful. KPRC 2 News reporter Rowan Logan joins us live now to explain what the designation actually means. Rowan.
Yeah, Keith, Daniela, with this designation under a new law, the governor can ban members of CARE from owning property along with any associated groups with CARE. This is one reason why the national director for CARE in D.C. is calling the governor's proclamation defamatory. In a letter to Governor Greg Abbott, the Council on American Islamic Relations national chapter blasting the governor on his terrorist designation of the group. The group writing, "Your proclamation has no basis in law or fact," adding, "You do not have the authority to unilaterally declare any Americans or American institutions terrorist groups." The governor says CARE is a front group for terror group Hamas. In his proclamation, he says CARE and its members have repeatedly employed, affiliated with, and supported individuals promoting terrorism-related activities. This isn't the first time the governor has identified groups as terrorists. In 2024, he identified Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua as a terrorist organization.
Texas is aggressively going after these foreign terrorist organizations of TDA.
And in 2022, the governor did the same for Mexican drug cartels. CARE in a letter says they are a nonprofit that has spent 30 years vocally speaking up against all forms of bigotry, adding, in fact, CARE condemned terrorism so often that ISIS once put a target on their national executive director. And it should be noted, CARE is not listed on the U.S. State Department's National Terror Watch List. Reporting live from Logan, KPRC 2 News.
Now, as I said before, the escalation scale has just went up. It has just went up because one thing these Islamic radicals are going to find out is that America is very, very savvy politically when it comes to her laws and getting clever with her laws to get what she needs done, to get done, and going after her objective. They are going to find out. These laws are going to change up and truly reverse very, very fast. The opposition did not anticipate America waking up so fast. You know, she didn't. Nobody anticipated that. Okay, nobody anticipated out of all of the trauma that America is going through right now. Nobody anticipated that we would actually begin to come together, even if it's indirectly. We are coming together because we are stomping on the same principle. We're stomping for the same cause, whether we like each other's side or not. It was just like in the Civil War, when you had Georgia versus, when you had the Allies going up against the Confederates. You had certain states that were not friends with other states. Certain states didn't like other states within the Union. Certain states didn't like each other within the Confederacy. However, that didn't matter. The objective was to win. The objective was to take care of each other's home. That was the objective. And these people that are coming in and are strategically positioning themselves all around our nation, strategically positioning themselves in political seats of power, while many of us Americans have been asleep when it comes to politics and voting. We now are awoke. We now are waking up. A lot of my people are waking up. A lot of the W people are waking up. And we're just going to have to really come to a consensus and understand that we cannot have a lot of these shenanigans going on in America. We can't do it. We can't do it. All right. We can't be saving the whole world, attempting to take on the whole world, as if we have no dark spots here in America, as if everybody in America is rich and wealthy, right? We cannot be moving at this pace. This is not a good pace that we're moving at. We're already $33 trillion in debt and taking on all of these illegals, 30 million illegals, when they are taking the US dollar, not recirculating the US dollar, but sending it back to their homeland, just applying immense high applying high inflation to America's economy. High interest rates are going up, mortgages, loans, what have you. So it's just a lot that comes with taking on a people that have not went through the legal process and channels, and allowing America to put in a tab on a certain person, so we can actually tab who these people are that are coming in, and when they begin to work, we will be able to track them, and we'd be able to take taxes from their dollars, and move our economy forward, okay, and keep our economy moving and flowing at a nice great rate, right? But if you are not pinpointing who these people are or documenting these people, right? How are you going to sustain your budget? How are you going to sustain the economy? You are already attempting to sustain the economy with the troubles that you already have, and you want to take on 30 to 50 million illegals on top of the people that are here legally. It's not a good look. And even the people that's here legally, they are sending money back home. So, it's just a lot that we're confronted with right now. This is a truly, truly pressing time for America. And America is going to have to band together and just really, truly put all of their differences to the side right now and focus on this right here, because this is a true breach of America's borders. Okay. This is an attack. Okay. Make sure you like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment. I love you all except for the ones I don't. Peace.